This is a place.
This is the place.
This is a place. We want to talk about. This is a place.
Welcome to this week's episode of This is a Place podcast. My name is Nate.
My name is Brandon.
And happy Hug Day. Here, I'm giving you a hug, a virtual hug.
It's too
How's
bad
that
we
feel?
couldn't celebrate shower with your friend day and hug day at the same time.
It's a very personal month. A very
It's the
contact
month of
month.
love.
It's a contact month, that's for sure. Are you a hugger? We talked about this at lunch with my new office.
So I can be a hugger. I've spent a lot of time with the Hispanic people, and they're big
Yeah,
huggers.
brought
So
that up.
I feel like when I'm around them, I'm more of a hugger than I am with my white friends. I don't know.
Sure. Well, we were talking about that. Well, the conversation started off about just how in the Bible and some religions like kissing.
Mm,
This girl was telling us about how in this or congregation church back east that the boys kiss the boys on the lips and the girls kiss the girls on the lips. And then we were just talking about how we're not really affectionate people and don't even like to hug. So that's how the hug conversation came up. But you brought it up. I said the same thing. Like in Uruguay, when you walk into a room, is it the same way for you? For the Uruguayans is if my friends were in a room and I'm bringing you in for the first time, I'm like, hey, this is Brandon. Here in America, right? You just raise your hand and like, hi guys.
right.
But there you have to go around the room and like individually greet each person and like give them a
Mm,
handshake. Or in some occasions, if you knew the people, like if I knew them, I walked in the room, like, hey, Nate's here. I had to go around each person, shake their hands, and if you're really close with them, you give them a kiss on the cheek. Is that kind of what you're talking about?
I think so.
Or not close?
I mean,
So
I
they feel like us Americans are really cold people
mm,
because we're not really affectionate, right?
agree with that.
So
The thing I hate about hugs is the expectation. What I mean by that is sometimes you feel like, you know, I'm gonna go hug this person and they're not really feeling it, you know? It's that awkward, do I
the
hug them? Do I
awkward
don't hug
hug,
them? Yeah.
like you haven't seen somebody for a long time and you're like, or the bro hug, right? Where someone does like that, not the normal handshake, they do the whatever, and then they pull you in, and then you don't know if you're supposed to hug or not. So you've seen Step Brothers, right? Awkward hug at the end.
Yeah. I mean, I was at a concert recently and I'm pretty good friends with one guy and not as great friends with the other guy, but I'm like, do I hug him? Do I not hug him? And this has happened with the same person multiple times. So every time I try and go to hug him, it's like awkward, and I don't.
And you're
I
talking
f-
about bro hug, right?
yeah.
Or do you hug hug?
I mean, it was like it's like
Or
kind
you're
of
like,
a mix
are you like,
between the
this is
bro
nice?
hug and the hug hug.
Okay.
We just need rules, okay? We just need rules
Yeah, you never know.
established.
I feel like I was almost like stiffish hugging in my my youth outside of like so if anybody wanted to hug me, but then you kind of get over that when you're I don't know about you, but the MTC you like hugged a lot, right? Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah. I mean, I
Or
kissed a
elder.
lot of people on my mission too, other elders. We went the Bible route.
Okay. I think
You
that's
didn't do that? Just me? Okay, cool. Never mind.
yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
edit
we'll
that
talk about
out.
that later. We'll talk about that later.
Cut that out. Cut it. Cut it.
Edit that. Yeah, you're not supposed to kiss. Well, that's the thing, like in Uruguay, like when you greet people, even on the street, like you shake their hand and then you pull in for a beso, kiss on the cheek.
Sure.
So as elders, we weren't allowed to kiss girls, but we could kiss guys. And so most of the time guys didn't, but every once in a while you get that weird stranger that wanted to kiss you and you're just like trying to pull back because you're like, mm-mm. But the girls, you always felt bad because some of the girls would start leaning in for And it's not like they're trying to be intimate or sexual in any way. It's just being polite. So you feel like it's almost like somebody asking for a high five, and you just like shake your head like, nope, ain't giving you no high five. But that was the rules, Brandon. Those were the rules.
Can't break the
But like
rules.
I said, on the mission, I loosened up and I'm okay with hugging now. So,
I don't think you
but
and
it
I
is
hug.
some people,
We
you know,
hug?
some people, even you're friends with, isn't it like weird sometimes? You're like, oh, you hug a close friend that you never hugged before.
Like I don't even know if we've hugged before, have we?
I don't think we have. I just did. I just hugged you. I
You don't
virtually
do you
hugged you.
not do you not like me? Do I smell bad?
I smell
Why
bad.
don't you hug me? I don't know if I even hugged
Hey,
Matt.
Brandon, it's not me, it's you.
See, why do I hug randos at a concert? I don't hug friends that are actually close to me.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes, like when they're really close to a friend that you never hugged before, and then you have to hug for some reason, you're just like, this is awkward
Mm.
because you've never done this before. It's kind of like stepbrothers, right? At the end where they need a hug and they don't know how to do it. That's what I feel like sometimes. There's a lot of people I'm super, super close with, but like, be honest with you, my own siblings, it's awkward if I ever have to hug them. So we
I
weren't
do hug
hugging.
my brother.
Yeah. But we never really were a huggy family with the siblings and stuff like that. So it's just
Yeah.
awkward.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just funny. It's crazy. I didn't know that tomorrow, I mean, sorry, that today was National Hug Day. And
The
just
audacity of
crazy
us
that
not to
we had this
to
same conversation at lunch today about it. So it's just weird. Hell, is it a coincidence? I don't know.
there are no coincidences. Well, I don't want to get completely off track, but you were in my dream last night.
What?
Speaking of hugs,
Kisses.
hugs and kisses. You were in my
Valentine's
dream
Day.
last night. And so I'm sick. You can't hear it. I don't want to be here. I'm sick. And um my wife's always insistent that I take some medicine so I'm not such a whiny baby. And I don't know why I just don't take medicine. Like I'm not against medicine. I just don't really take it. And so she's like, "Here, take this NyQuil, just go to sleep." And I took that NyQuil. And I know NyQuil isn't what it used to be, but I was out. I was asleep from probably like 11 to 7. I don't know. It was a long time. I don't think I woke up in the middle of the night, and I just slept. And when you sleep that long, you're going to have some dreams. And sometimes they're kind of weird dreams, right? Especially a
Sure.
medicine
Especially
dream.
when you're sick and no medicine.
It's like I'm queuing this up to be some really creepy dream that I had about you. That's not the case. But you
No,
do
you have
have,
those every night, not when you're drugged up.
yeah, that's true.
Or a
But
little bit more romantic when you're not on drugs.
yeah, I'm a little more lovey, a little more huggy when I'm not on drugs. But in
Right.
this dream, I don't know how I ended up here, but it was like I think I was with my in-laws and they wanted to go to see somebody play or something. So we went to this pickleball match and it was a pretty big deal, right? And
Right.
in the dream, I was like, you know who'd be excited to know I was here? Nate. So I looked at my phone and I'm like, I'm gonna tell him to check my location to see that I'm at this pickleball match. And as I look down at my phone, I look over to my right and I see you. And this is the funny part. You were so excited that I was at this pickleball match that you ran across the bleachers so fast towards me to and I don't think you hugged me. Maybe you hugged me. Maybe you did. But
Oh,
you
I
ran.
definitely would hug you. If I randomly saw you at the pickleball tournament, I would jump for joy.
So that's how I need to get a Nate hug is I need to go to some pickleball tournament. Okay. Duly noted. Anyway,
If you were like secretly like learning pickleball and you like were a master at it, and then I saw you in a
I'm like
tournament.
a level 5.
Yeah, that's big. That's big
Is
level,
that pretty big
Brandon.
level?
That's you're entering the pro level right there.
Yeah. Well, you'll never.
You have to be a five to even enter a qualifier.
So you have to find out. Maybe you'll see me at a pickleball match one day. But it was just kind of funny. Like even in my dream, I thought, why did Nate run so weird like that? Like, that was the weirdest thing I've seen Nate do. You were just so elated, you had to run across the bleachers. But anyway, that was my NyQuil induced pickleball dream about you, Nate.
I think I ever really dream about pickleball. With how much I play, I don't feel like I really dream about it that I can recall. Nor do I have dreams about work. People talk
Really?
about. I never
What do
really
you
dream
dream
about that.
about? You dream a lot?
I can dream. Yeah, I do. I definitely do. And I'm one of those that I can remember my dream when I first wake up, but then it fades. But there are some dreams that kind of stick with you.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of times. You ever like wake up from a dream and then it's not really a nightmare, but it's just a crappy situation.
Yeah.
And so you're like so relieved when you wake up and like, okay, good, that was just a dream.
Right. I get myself into some
So
pretty bad situations on my dreams.
yeah, me too sometimes. But you know a place I've been dreaming about a lot lately?
What's that?
You know what food I've been dreaming about a lot lately?
What is it?
Pizza.
Pizza.
Pizza, dude. Pizza, dude. And
Like pizza at work? Hell yeah.
yeah.
Have you seen that video?
Say it again.
Banana bread at work? Like freaking
Uh-uh.
skunks? Or
I
getting
don't know.
or itching your eye and it just keeps itching?
Just unplugged. So no, I have not that I can recall seeing that video.
I just sent it to you, so watch it. But pizza, yeah. So
But I
how do we
do
play
watch the Ninja
this?
Turtles when they talk about pizza all the time, the Ninja Turtles.
They love pizza.
But they do not put anchovies on their pizza.
If you put anchovies on the pizza,
You're dead. And I mean, no anchovies. I love in that movie. Was it a problem back in like the late 80s, early 90s where pizza places would put anchovies on your pizza even though you didn't ask for it?
I have no idea.
'Cause he's very adamant that they did not put anchovies on this thing. But the reason he's probably yelling at them is because it's happened before.
I'm I'm sure it
Wouldn't
has.
you say? But going back to our topic at hand,
So how do we play this?
I did drive by this location. I've never been to it, but I drove by it the other day because
I was gonna ask
I love,
if we pretend if you went or if we pretend or we do it like for
oh,
real like you haven't gone.
I don't think I could fake this one.
Okay.
I can't fake it.
All right.
Unlike our friendship, I can't fake this one. Oh, don't you? Oh, come on. I'm sorry. Brandon, I'm sorry. Do you need a hug?
Yes. Finally.
I'm sorry. I take it back.
All
No, this
right.
place
So
I would
you
love to go
drove
to.
by.
The time is just not going to work, but I drove by it. I love, love, love. And I think we talked about this, that old Midvale
Oh,
street,
it's the
old
best
Midvale
street
town.
in
It's,
best
and
street in
I
the
haven't
state.
driven down it for a long time.
Really?
And it's kind of getting a little bit of a facelift, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
There's a lot of new stores there. I mean, a lot of them were empty for a long time.
And just kind of in
Um,
bad
it's
shape.
developing. What's that?
The place the store or let's say the buildings were in bad shape. Like there's the one on the corner that was just the windows were all boarded up. It's just in really bad shape. And I don't know what they're doing with it, but it's coming up looking pretty nice.
Yeah, it looks good. Lots of tattoo places.
Yes.
It even has like an old school bar. It looks fun
Which
if I
I
ever
think we
went to
should go
bars.
to be honest with you. We should do a Midvale
Really?
Main Street month and we should have to go to the bar.
I feel like we'd get beat up because
Really?
we'd have to order alcohol and there'd be
No,
us
you
be being,
don't. Do you
you
have
don't.
to? Or is
There's
that
no
for
windows. They can
friends?
beat us up and they'll never know. I don't know. I've never been to, as far as I can well, I've been to bars before, but I've never been to like the bar where you can't, there's no windows, so you don't know what time it is.
That's the best kind of bar, right?
Well, a question I have too about Old Midvale, even though this episode's not about it, is that theater still there? The one where they had like comedy sports or whatever? It's been a few other things. Is that still
So
there?
the Pearl,
Is that what it
they
is?
do have a theater right there. I didn't know if they did comedy sports there, but I know they.
It was comedy sports for a while, like an improv place. They've done like hypnosis shows there, like they did. It kind of reminds me of the Murray Theater a little bit.
Oh yeah, I need to go there. I love the Murray Theater. It still shows open. I don't know what. I mean, they've had concerts there recently. They've got Cupid's Cabaret on Valentine's Day, a burlesque show on the 15th, a private holiday party on the 21st. So they've got quite a few events going on there.
It's good. I'm glad to know it's still there.
Yeah, they got things booked through till April, so we'd have to find something to go to there. Check it out. It does look like it has that I'm sorry, Murray theater vibe.
Yeah, totally
And
does.
after
Old
that, we
school.
can go to the Old Town Tavern and grab us a
Do
lemonade.
they, is
Do they have
it
lemonade?
O'Doul's? Is O'Doul's the non-alcoholic beer?
I think so. They've got a lot of non-alcoholic beer now. We have to go with our weekly insult friends to the Old Town Tavern. I'm sure
There
they
we go.
sure they'd go with us.
And then when we're drinking non-alcoholic, we say because we're the designated drivers and they won't
Right.
beat us
And
up.
we need two designated drivers. It
I
looks
need
cool
to.
though. They've got pool tables. Kind of reminds me of when we went to the that Irish pub, the Irish restaurant.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of that same vibe. Because that's a
Yeah.
bar. Like
Well,
a
yeah, but that one definitely seemed like a bar grill
yeah.
because you can see the sunlight.
You can
This
see
one I have
the
a feeling you
sunlight.
cannot know what you don't know what time of day it is.
Do you think they even have food? I look up menu highlights and it's just alcohol. So finding food at this place may be a stretch. I just want to go in, you know? But enough about everything else on Midvale Main Street than the actual place we're talking about. And it is a pretty new place, relatively new from my research. Looks like it opened up back in October, and it is called the Great Bambino.
What?
The Great Bambino.
What?
Oh,
Great Bambino.
I thought you said the Great Bambi.
Who's the Great Bambino? Oh, I thought you said the Great Bambi.
That wimpy deer.
Dear.
I think this is the best thing ever. And when I happen upon this,
You happen upon
oh,
this and 2 hours later you were
I didn't
eating
happen upon
there.
it. Chris, our buddy Chris happened upon this place. He found this place and told me about it. And I was like, I need to go to this place immediately.
It's
So
true.
it is a pizza place. So of course, we're doing pizza this month. It is a pizza place in the corpse of the old Vincent Drug store. And if you know the quotes we're making from the movie The Sandlot, that's the drugstore they're at, Vincent Drug. So they've completely revamped the whole store. They turned it into like it's half of a plant shop, and there's gelato, and then the pizza place.
Is it a sit down place or order at the
Sit
counter and
down.
then sit down?
It's
So
sit
they
down.
come to
Oh
you
no
and you
no,
order your food?
you go up to the counter and order, and they'll bring
Okay.
it to
So you
you.
order at the counter, then you go take a seat.
Yeah, but it is a little more fancy,
So there's no waiter or waitress.
right? They will bring you your
Okay.
food, but it's not. Yeah,
Okay.
it's
Like a
not
lot of
a
pizza places are kind of like that, right?
right. But it's a little more upscale, a little more expensive. Um, and it's wood fired pizza, and they've got this big, you know, wood oven, and behind it, the wall's pretty cool. It's got all the wood stacked up. Looks pretty neat. Honestly, when I went there, what I thought of is if I had money to just do something, this is what I would have done. Something like this with my money. Have a Sandlot themed restaurant where the Sandlot was filmed. That's something I think you and I would have done. You agree? Maybe
Yeah.
not specifically that, but like that same type of thing.
Yeah. So is it part of Vincent Drug
Yeah.
or is that still there?
No, I think it's like I say, I think they split it up into three sections, but I'm pretty sure it's half of what was Vincent Drugs is now this plant shop, and half of it is the pizza place.
Okay. Because when I drove by, I mean, we drove by, we didn't like stop, but I went very slowly. It kind of looked to me like On the north side was the Great Bambino, and the Vincent drug sign's still there.
Hmm.
So I wasn't 100% sure.
The drug sign's still there.
Okay. The
Yeah,
drugstore's still there?
the drugstore sign.
Sign, but is so the building inside is part of the Great Bambino.
So I don't know
Because
if
wasn't the drugs
they might have taken over two buildings and made it into one. Like I don't know if they tore down
okay.
a wall or
Okay. Because I mean,
done.
wasn't the rumors that they just basically deserted the drugstore and then stuff was still on the shelves and all that good stuff for a long time?
Yeah, I think so.
And so now that's gone.
That's all gone.
Dang. We never got to explore it. Weren't we going to break in?
I think we were at one point.
Because we're really good at breaking into places.
I've only done it once before,
Just kidding.
but I think it's cool to see someone living out their dream. Maybe they got a little bit of money, or maybe it really is just a passion and a business idea. But I don't
Do
think it's
they
like a
have
gamble.
any do they have any reference to the Sandlot there?
So they've got like pictures throughout the restaurant that show scenes from the movie. They've got their menu is like their pizzas are based off of things from the movie.
Okay.
So let's see if we can pull up the menu.
Well, it'd be I totally go legal in this aspect, and I go, did they get permission to do this, or are they going to get in
Mm,
trouble eventually? I don't know who. I don't. Would it be the studio that would
I don't
tell
know.
them not to do it, or was it what's his name who started
Who? The Great Bambino?
the Great Bambino himself?
I wonder if it's like Bambino's not copyrighted, right?
That's
Well,
yeah. Well,
maybe it
that's
is, but
why.
like that's a reference to the movie. And if you know, you know. They're not going to call it the Sandlot.
Well, the Bambino is actually referencing Babe Ruth
Right.
as well. So like, there's just I don't know. The attorney that I'm not an attorney side of me is just wondering all the legalities if they're going to get in trouble for doing this if they didn't get permission to start with, or if there's any copyright infringement to begin with. I don't know.
They might be mad at us for having this episode and letting the studio know. Because we've had
Because I'm
someone
pretty
from the
confident
Sandlot.
we don't have any attorneys listening to this podcast, so we'll never know the
We'll never
answer.
know the answer. If we do, let us know.
Yeah.
So, pretty extensive menu. They got probably 10 pizzas, salads, sandwiches, side sides and desserts. And then they've got, as I mentioned, the gelato place off to the side as well. They've got a couple that are, if you know, you know, right? I think it's enough
Hmm.
that you'll know what it's from, but maybe not specifically to the movie. So they have the Beast, right? The dog. And it's got red sauce, sausage, pepperoni, salami, fresh basil. You got the Wendy, red sauce, creamy burrata, medusa, basil, and honey. And of the pizzas, I think that's it. That's like references to the movie. Everything else is kind of generic. They've got a garlic smalls, which is
Hmm.
a side. Kathy's dip. I don't remember a Kathy. That one's probably just someone that's an owner. And then Seti's ice cream. So those are the only things that are specific to the movie, right?
Okay.
I went with my family and we got just a pepperoni for the kids for them to share. And then we got the Beast and the Mexican street corn pizza. The Beast was good. I liked it. It's just kind of like a meat lovers type pizza, but I really like the Mexican street corn. It's got mozzarella, radish, fresh corn, fresh cilantro, and onion with chipotle crema. It's not the cheapest place in the world. My pizzas were $19 and $17, so you're gonna spend a little bit more, and they're just 12 inches. But It's kind of that upscale pizza sit down vibe, you know?
Yeah, it's more of a date night type situation, not because you need pizza to take home to the family, right?
Right. So looking at their website, they do incriminate themselves if they didn't get permission, right? It says located on Midvale's historic Main Street, the Bambino is a family-owned pizzeria situated just steps from where beloved scenes from The Sandlot were filmed. Inspired the movie's enduring spirit of friendship, nostalgia, and community. The Bambino is more than a restaurant; it's a place where tradition and family come together. Our journey began with a love for authentic wood-fired pizza, crafted with care in an open kitchen that brings our guests closer to the experience. Each detail, from the rustic decor to our carefully curated menu, reflects our family's commitment to quality and flavor. Whether you're local or visiting for the first time, the Bambino invites you to enjoy a taste of classic charm and create lasting memories with every slice. So there you go. That's their story, and they're sticking
That's
to it.
that's right.
Neapolitan. That's what they call it. Neapolitan wood-fired pizza.
Hmm.
I guess they own the
Right.
gelato place too.
Like I said, it's a cool area, so I think it'll be fun. I mean, I'll go check this out,
Yeah,
and I may or may not be exercising my concealed weapon license.
this place is going up, man. It's not as
No, it
scary as it
is.
used to be.
It is.
Maybe when we
No,
go to the
not at
bar,
all.
we'll
Not at
have
all.
you bring your concealed.
Yeah. But like I said, it's just cool. I just love towns and cities who have kept like their old school downtowns
Yeah,
going.
and we
There's
still
just,
have quite a
I don't
few of
know.
them here, which is great. I mean, we should explore a couple more of these. But down
Yeah,
in Utah County, they've got quite a few up in
they
Ogden.
do.
This is the most prominent one here. Bountiful's pretty cool. They got a pretty cool Main Street
Bountiful
still.
one's really cool as well.
Yeah, I love that old school Main Street vibe. And so,
It sounds like a cool place to go check out. But like I said, it's probably not something like, hey, I'm gonna grab a couple of pizzas, take home to the kids. It's more of a place to go for date night, right?
date night, yeah, for sure. Take your date who's a big fan of the Sandlot. Enjoy
Give her
yourself an
or
authentic
him a hug.
Midvale slice.
Uh,
If you go, let me know what you try. The one I wanted to try, but I was like, I'm not gonna be as adventurous this time. I mean, we got the Mexican street corn, which was a little adventurous, but they've got one called the peach. It's actually got peaches on the pizza. So that
is
sounds
it a
pretty good.
dessert pizza or is it?
No,
Hmm.
not dessert. I love peaches, so that called to me, you know. And maybe it's one you can only get in season because it says when in season. So go in the summer, the fall, and get yourself a peach if you're into that kind of thing. And I do want to try. I know our buddy Chris, he did try the gelato. I don't think he had pizza there, but he said the gelato was pretty good. So we'll have to venture back when we do dessert shops for a whole month, or when
Ooh.
we do our Midvale Main Street journey. We could knock that out
Yeah.
in a whole day, man.
So many episodes. So
So
many
many
activities
episodes, so many activities we could do.
we can do right there. Right there on the corner, further south at the stoplight, there was I think it used to be a bank, but it's been a few Mexican restaurants over the years.
Mm-hmm.
And the last time, I mean, good heavens, a good 15 years ago, I went there and you had to speak Spanish. You couldn't order if you didn't speak Spanish. That's how authentic it was. It was awesome.
That's great.
And
I've
I took
never
my
been there.
Croatian friend there, so it was that was fun.
Yeah, it's cool to see this place. Like I know they revamped the theater and now they're doing this, and I think I just keep seeing it. It gets better every time I go over there. So it's really cool to see it getting a refresh back to its old days. Maybe they'll film The Sandlot Part 2 there. Like I think they already have a Sandlot
They've
Part 2,
already made
but
Sandlot
like
2,
a better one
a better one.
when they remake The Sandlot because we know it's gonna happen.
Gotcha. I wonder if I don't know. I don't. There's some movies you're just like, yeah, it'd be good for me then to make a remake. I don't know if you can with this one.
No.
I don't think you can. I mean, you could do like a Cobra Kai thing where you kind of make a TV series about
Mm,
maybe the kids are now
the
adults and
kids.
now their kids are now playing baseball and fighting each other all the time. I don't know what you do with it,
A lot
but
of them are still around and still doing stuff.
but I am super excited for tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Cobra Kai.
Oh, is it back?
The
The
last
last.
the last 5 episodes of Cobra Kai releases tomorrow.
See, I still haven't watched the first five of the new season, so maybe I'll do it now that it's all. Are you saying tomorrow is in Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
This gets a little confusing on here.
It
So
does.
Cobra Kai, I'm gonna have to watch it so we can talk about it and spoil it for everybody. Have you liked this new season so far?
Um, that's what's hard about shows like this. They kind of start out real and then they start getting a little too too fake.
Like when they went to space, that just didn't make sense.
Went to space.
Like Fast and Furious.
Did they go to space?
Yeah.
I never seen Fast and I seen the very first Fast and Furious. That's it. But yeah, it's just getting too much. So I think it's good they're ending it, but it's not like the end of the Karate Kid world. I mean, the Karate Kid movie's
Movie.
coming out. And I hear they're going to do maybe some spin-offs of Cobra Kai. So we'll see what happens. But even like Stranger Things, hasn't that one kind of gone really weird and crazy for the
I
last
still
few
like I
seasons?
like the most recent Stranger Things. I thought it was really
I
good.
still like it, definitely like it, but it's fun when stuff seems real and then they start making it more and more science fiction to where it's like, okay, it's hard to relate.
Yeah, it's pretty real when they were going through the portals, but then it just got a little too far fetched.
Like I even read the original Ghostbusters, Dan Aykroyd wanted it to be like them fighting monsters or ghosts in space. And they're just like, what? And then the guy talked him into making it more realistic. So that's
And
where I'm at. I just wanted to make it. I know it's not real, but I also want to know that it's more realistic. I have a hard time with a lot of sci-fi stuff.
yeah,
Like Star Trek is just too much.
same.
But Star Wars I enjoy. I don't know, because I'm the great Bambino.
I'm the great Bambino.
Let's hurry this up because I gotta get home for lunch.
Thanks for listening to This Is a Place podcast.
And this was a place we just talked about.